Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are from, whatever time it is. Let me get that camera lens and go get something to drink. That's better. Give me some limoncello here. I am so tired today, guys. Live chat. One person in the room, one like. Yay! I got a list. Everybody participating in tonight's live video will be put into a drawing. I haven't decided on the prize yet, but you guys know I give good prizes. Hello, Michelle. How are you? You're going on the keto cruise? Let me get that back up again. Why does that always disappear on me? Lauer. Because I just hit 3,000 subscribers, Michelle. Thank you I hope you're subscribed. I hope you join. Don't forget the thumbs up. It helps my channel grow. This is just going to basically be a Q&A. It doesn't necessarily have to be keto, but as long as it's respecting boundaries. Yes, I am going on the cruise. I'm super excited. So Michelle, because you are participating in my live video, I will do a drawing sometime next week. And so pay attention for that. And I'll announce the winners. When I draw the name, but I'm going to leave this live video up for about 24 hours because I respect that I have a lot of friends that don't do internet on Sundays for religious purposes. So I would never want to count them out. So I have a lot of my regulars that can't be here tonight because it's family night for them. Hi, Sylvia. How are you? This live goes away too fast and then I can't see. Hi, Liz. How are you? Liz Pino is here. I-M-E-N-E-Z. Liz Pino. I may have to go after this is done too and figure out. All right, guys, I've got quite a few of you here and thumbs up. I've only got a few thumbs up here. Watching from North Carolina. You've been watching for a month. Oh, well, thank you. Thank you very much. One of these days I want to come up to North Carolina, like if you guys do a keto retreat up there or you do some kind of keto convention. Regina Roberts. Hello, Regina. All right, I am doing a viewer appreciation because we are celebrating 3,000 subscribers. For those of you in the live and after this post, for those of you who interact in the comments section, you will have your name put in for a drawing. And let's say that I will draw a name next weekend. That makes it fair. That way people can plan and they can make plans. That way, if you don't have time to watch all my videos waiting for somebody, we'll just announce the winner at next week's live. I'll try to do a live on Saturday. Let's see. Nobody else coming in. All right, I have 7 people in the room, 4 thumbs up. Christina, what's up? Sorry, I'm writing down. I hate that goes away so fast. T-Y-N-A. I knew I did that wrong. T-Y-N-A. I have so totally destroyed your name, Christina. I'm sorry. Oh, oh, thank you. Oh, the ones I'm doing, yes, I worked on some today. As a matter of fact, I just finished these. I'm waiting for the glue to dry on the other ones. I did these little like wings, little butterfly. I made everything myself. I made the little antennas, everything myself. So there's one. The other, this is the body of the butterfly that I made. I'm just waiting on the wings to dry, and then I will assemble that and put that together. Thank you for commenting on my earrings. Hello, Jenna Greta. Okay, so yeah, I've been working really hard today in my studio. I actually have probably 12 pair of custom earrings right now that I am oh, that wasn't good. I am so tired, guys. I could not sleep last night. I think I ate something bad. My stomach has been so upset, like really upset. Oh, thank you, Christina. Hi, Shanta. How are you doing? You're coming in a little late. I just want to let you know that we're celebrating 3,000 subscribers. So you for participating in my live, and for anyone that comments on the live today and tomorrow, you're going to go in for a drawing, and then next Saturday we'll do a live and I'll draw a winner, and I haven't decided what the prize is. But this is what else I've been doing, guys. So I'm going through my pennies. And if you watched my video the other day, you see I've got like so many pennies. I've got literally a shoebox full of rolled coins. But look at this. Look at this. Look at, I have found prizes. I found this, I found this Lincoln penny. Look at how nice of condition that's in. It's 2009. And it's called the Celebration of Life. You see how the back of that coin is different than a standard penny? Let me show you. So standard penny, see? And look at this penny, how different it is. They made in 2009 a series of celebrations for Lincoln's life. There is one called Early Childhood, where it shows Lincoln's cabin that he grew up in. And then I found 2 professional lives. If you have these, they are highly sought after. They're not like worth a lot of money, but each one of these is worth about $14. So you're sitting on a penny that's worth like 14 bucks. That's what Couch. I watch him all the time. What's his last name? Couch Customs. He does all kinds of antique videos. And then all of these pennies here are ones that I'm not sure about. Like there's bubbling in the paint, but I'm not sure if that's a thing. This one might be a misprint. Yes, that would be worth money. This one is, there's a visible finishing error in this coin. So like I've got all of these coins, and what I did was I wrote the date, I wrote the mint, I made myself a little note, like what was wrong with the penny. And I'm putting those aside. Those will have to go to an appraiser. And then of course, I'm cleaning up the Lincoln pennies. Look how nice they look for 2009 circulated coins, right? Pretty good. And I'm using, I don't know if you guys can see this. I'm using vinegar, and I'm putting my pennies in vinegar, the really bad ones like this that are stuck together and you can't really see the date. This is just white distilled vinegar. and then an old toothbrush, and I just let them soak overnight. I'll put a handful of them in the vinegar. I'll let them soak overnight and then scrub them up the next morning so I can read them. Let me get back to chat. You got rid of pennies here. Yeah, they're saying that this year is probably going to be the last year for the penny in the United States. Yeah, my husband and I, it's weird because long before we ever met each other, we both have this pretty extensive coin collection of just, both of us collect wheat pennies because there are some wheat pennies out there that are super valuable. As a matter of fact, if you have a copper penny from 1943, if you have a copper penny from 1943, it is worth $1.7 million. So here's the story. Back in 1942, 43, they were melting down all the copper and they made pennies out of steel because of the war, right? They needed the copper for the war, for the bullets, for the ammunition, for the planes. So everybody was melting down their copper, which included pennies. They stopped producing copper pennies. There was a mistake made at the mint. And somebody in 1943, somebody accidentally put a copper sheet into the penny press. And I think a couple thousand of those copper pennies from 1943 are out in the world. I don't know if they've all been accounted for, but if you have one, it is worth $1.7 million. So I have my little, I call it my microscope. My husband laughs at me. This is a microscope for looking at coins, precious metals, collectibles, because the different lights will show you different things, different details on the coin. This magnifies 50 times. So I can literally just put the coin up there. I can see every hair on the president's head. I can see dates, fine details, which is what you need if you are serious about finding coins that are very valuable. So, and then of course I have all my cheat sheets over there. I also invested in a penny scale, and let me explain why. In 1982, they made the very last copper, all copper penny. See, it's a scale that measures grams. This is like super, super, super accurate. So anyway, so if you have a penny from 1983 or 1984 that weighs 3.1 grams, it is also worth about $120. And then, of course, the price can go up depending on the condition of the penny, because in 1983, they started mixing copper and zinc together, which made the penny much lighter. An average penny today weighs about 2.5 grams, whereas the pennies made out of all copper weigh 3.1 grams. So there's a 6.6 gram difference in the weight of a zinc copper penny versus a copper penny. Back in 1990, they made a mistake at the mint and they released a bunch of pennies that were also made with pure copper. So if you have a 1990 penny or a 1983 or 1984 penny that weighs 3.1 grams, then it is worth $100 a piece. Okay. All right, Michelle, you've heard government getting rid of cash, going digital, not sure if it's real. I think they've been headed that direction. I'm not really sure how I feel about an all digital world. I'm old school. I kind of like having cash. I don't like people being able to track my purchases, everything else, but I carry a smartphone. So They know everywhere I am. I'm not hiding anything from them, right? What exactly makes it a million? Okay, great question, Michelle. So in the one in 19, hold on, let me get you some facts here. I don't want to give you incorrect facts. Let me find 1943 copper penny. So what makes that penny so valuable is because there was only a limited amount that escaped the mint that are pure copper. Every other penny in the 1943, 1944 was made out of steel because of the war effort. They were running low on copper for ammunition, so everybody melted down their pennies. They stopped producing copper pennies, and that's what makes that so valuable. But listen to this. Listen to this. Serious as a heart attack. The 1990 copper penny, the one, if you find one from 1990 that weighs 3.1 grams, it's worth $5,000 in top condition. And then the other really big one is the 1969 S. So it was minted in San Francisco. 1969 has a double die and lettering issue. So basically what it looks like is it's been double stamped, but off center. If you find one of those in decent condition, it sold for $12,000. So, like, look, guys, I have all of these notes from different pennies. This one's $300 if you have that one, $1,600 if you have that one, $110 if you have that one, $240, $65, $12,000, $2,200, $180, $180, $100, $130, $75, $100, $5,000, $130, $250, $1.7 million, $24,653, and $2,600 for about 8 other coins that I have on my little cheat sheet. But I know what flaws I'm looking for, and the only thing I'm gonna miss is, like, for instance, on the 1999 coin, you are looking for a spacing between the letters that's really wide, because when they made that, they made like the letters almost touch, right? If you have one where there's a visible space between the A and M in the word America, it's worth $350. But in 1998, not 1998. In 1992, you look for the letters to be close and not far away. So there's a lot of things that you have to kind of focus on when you're doing this. But I have books, everything else. Oh, that's a good question. I'm just going to call you Janet. Okay, Janet? So that's a good question. I'm not sure because my father left me his mother's, so my grandmother's, Mercury dime collection. I legit have a book just slap full of Mercury dimes. And there are some of those Mercury dimes, I have to look at them. I have to research them, but some of those Mercury dimes can be worth upwards $10,000, $12,000, just depending. There's a couple state quarter proof sets that I have to go through that could be worth a substantial amount of money. So it just all depends. It just all depends. But right now in the stack that I'm going through, most of the pennies are like $10. Like some of the rare ones that I have are like $10, but it's still $10 versus 1 cent. You know what I'm saying? Why not? How do you cash those in the bank? Janet, okay, so basically, let's say that I find one that could be worth $12,000. I would then pay a certified expert to actually grade the coin and identify. They literally do forensics to make sure it's not a copy, it's not a fake. They authenticate, they check that it's legit. I can't say the word. And then they grade it, they give you the paper, the certification, the grading of it, and then of course you would have to put it up for auction or sell it to a private seller. I know, right? Okay, Janet, that makes it easy. You're welcome, Michelle. Greta is your middle name. My middle name is Diane. All right, guys, so this comes to the part where we do Q&A. Does anyone have any topics they'd like to discuss? Please save the, like if you're coming to me asking me about medication dosage or anything like that, I am not qualified. That would be a question for a doctor. But if you want to ask me about keto, if you want to ask me advice, if you want to ask me about anything going on in my life, as long as it's family friendly and not too personal, I am ready. But you guys have already had some great questions today. So my weight, while I'm waiting for questions, my weight has kind of been all over the place. This morning I woke up and I was back to 181. So basically I hit that low, 179.6, and then the next day I jumped up to 180.4, and then the next day 181.6, and then this morning I was 181. My body does that almost every time I hit a new low. I'll actually tick up a couple pounds and stay there for a little while, and I'll kind of wobble back and forth, and then all of a sudden I'll drop again. If you guys remember back in the early days of my channel, when I got close to the 200s, when I got close to Wonderland, I thought I was never going to get out of the 190s, because I would do like 200, 199.4, 200, 201, 202, 201, 200, 199.6, 200. I mean, I did that probably for 3 months. It was very, very frustrating. No questions for me. Conversations, what's going on in your life, you can share. How long has everybody here been doing keto? Yes, the 160. I don't know. I kind of think that there's something to be said about a set point. Now, I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of Dr. Eric Westman. I'm also a big fan of Dr. Finney. I'm also a big fan of Dr. Jason Fung. I think depending on what you're looking to do in your journey, all of these doctors are brilliant. And the fact that they are low carb friendly doctors, I'm all for that. The more of them we get up here representing this lifestyle, the better off we will be as a community. I think the healthier we will be. But Dr. Jason Fung talked in depth about the body's set point. Like if you spent a lot of time at one particular weight in your life, that your body might just like that weight. Because think about it, guys, losing weight is actually not natural. Losing weight is not a natural process. July of 2007, woo, you've been in this ride for a long time, Christina, huh? You started a couple years before me. Yes, I'm excited. I'll get to meet Dr. Barry. I'll get to meet Two Crazy Ketos, Nurse Cindy. I will get to Maria Epperich. Epperich. And there's a couple other, Dr. Seaways, is that Sideways? How you pronounce his name. So I'm super excited about meeting all of them. But Dr. Westman, I wish Dr. Westman was going. That would have been super cool. But I'm just hoping he starts doing his conferences again and I will come up that way. Oh, she's not going. But you know what? Nurse Cindy, she's going and I love her. I absolutely love Nurse Cindy. She'll be in a different country. Yeah, I'm going to, I think the trickiest part for me is I really want to video the whole conference, but I know I'm not going to get my husband to hold a camera. And my husband has serious sinus issues. And so he's one of these loud breathers. And so if he's filming it, you're going to hear him breathe the whole time. So I've got to bring a tripod and everything else. Yeah, wouldn't that be great? You know, it really makes me upset because I sit here and I watch these commercials on TV talking about diabetics and they're like, if you take this pill, you could possibly lose 8 to 10 pounds, blah, 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 blah. And then at the end of the commercial, it's like, you may experience slight dizziness, passing out, blood clots, some reports of kidney failure. And I mean, you listen to this list of side effects and it's like, eat meat. Stop eating carbs. Stop eating. That's all you have to do. You don't have to go to the doctor. You don't need a prescription. You don't need a prescription. You like literally just start just eliminating carbs. Like get sugar out of your life. You know? It's frustrating to watch these commercials for all these medications with all these side effects. And I'm like, it is so easy, guys. It's not easy. I'm not going to say that. The first few months of keto, it was rough getting into it. I missed foods. I was kind of here half-heartedly, when I first started. But now I can't imagine what it would be like going back to feeling like when I have a cheat, which I'm not going to do anytime in the immediate future, I'm not even going to cheat on the cruise. I'm going to be strict. No more. I am going to abstain. Okay, what do I think about protein sparing modified fast? I think that depending, this is my personal opinion. This is just my opinion. Here's what I think. If you are someone that is relatively young, maybe this is your first diet. If you're someone who can handle 50, 60, 70 total carbs and you're doing the net carb game and you're still losing a pound or 2 a month, you don't really need to be as strict as keto. You really don't need to be as strict as fasting. I think fasting has its place. I think fasting definitely can cure a lot of things. I'm a firm believer. I love Dr. Mindy Pelez. I like Dr. Jason Fung when he talks about the benefits of fasting. But like Dr. Westman says, the science, the long-term studies of doing this are really not, there's no real good studies on this yet. Is there a time and a place for it? Absolutely. As far as protein sparing, I haven't really looked much into the diet itself, but I'm assuming, answer if I'm wrong, I'm assuming that you eat just protein for certain hours, or how does that work? What? No longer a diabetic. Yep. Doctor told me I was always be a just in. No. So I have a hard time talking about fasting because I come from a history of binge eating and starving myself as punishment. And I'm just being honest with you. When I fast, it feels like punishment. It does really bad things to my psyche and makes me feel really bad. And I believe that Dr. Westman is correct when he says that so if you're fasting and you are fasting with no problem, for instance, today I did not eat my first meal until 11 o'clock. I ate dinner at 7 p.m. the evening before. So 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So that was a 16-hour fast that came naturally. My body started saying, hey, I'm hungry. It's been a while since I've eaten. You know what I'm saying? But if you're white knuckling it and you're like, I got to hold on for one more hour because my fasting app says that in one more hour, I'm going to have all this miraculous stuff going on. We don't know that all that miraculous stuff is going to happen at the 12th hour, at the 14th hour. If you are still repairing fatty liver, if you are still repairing diabetes, insulin resistance, who says that your body's going to do this miraculous thing at the 12th hour? That is assuming that you are low carb, you're keto, you're already in a state of ketosis, and that you're well into the fat adaptation. But if fasting works for you, by all means fast. I just can't do it because it triggers binge eating. All right, guys, there's 24 people involved in this live and 9 thumbs up. Please don't forget to give me a thumbs up. And I'm right. Hey, Lee. Because we are celebrating 3,000 subscribers, Lee, everyone who interacts with this video over the next day, including you guys here, you will be entered to win a prize. Missy MC, saw the doctor Friday. You've been keto since 2020. She said I might need a statin. No. Well, I mean, I can't tell you what to do with your doctor, but I can tell you that carbohydrates are not necessary. And I don't know how eating a potato before bed has anything to do with your cholesterol. It is a known fact that total cholesterol will sometimes go up, especially if you're still in weight loss. Okay? But your cholesterol is going to go up, but what should be going up is your HDL. A lot of what doctors are afraid of with cholesterol are nothing to be afraid of. They're based on fake studies by cereal companies that paid for these studies. Doctors that promote, okay, I don't understand. Are you a diabetic? Are you a diabetic and they're wanting you to eat a potato before you go to bed? Your doctor is fantastic. After A1C went from 7 and he took the word diabetic off my chart. Awesome. Yes, look at Dr. Barry. I think it's higher protein. Well, I'm not, Janet, I'm not opposed to fasting. I just can't do it in my life if it's forced fasting. I can't eat by a clock because as soon as I start feeling real hunger, I start feeling like, yeah, you know, if I wasn't fat, then I wouldn't have to fast. If I wasn't so fat, I could eat food whenever I want it. So you see what I'm saying? Like the binge eating wheels on this bus go round and round, and next thing you know, I'm in trouble. So it's just better for me to just not fast. But I also say don't eat if you're not hungry. Like Just because your family is sitting down to dinner, if you're not hungry, have a cup of coffee, sit with them, whatever. You don't have to eat. There's no rule that says you have to eat at a specific time. Yes, Shanta, I agree with you. I also will overeat. Barb O is in the house. Barb, I'm doing a subscriber appreciation. So everyone who's interacting with this video over the next day, I'm going to enter your name, and then next week we'll draw a winner. Dr. Westman actually was able to debunk that theory that too much protein causes kidney issues. Now, I'm not saying, because I'm not a doctor, that there aren't some medical, like if you already have an issue, it could irritate it, I guess. I don't know enough about it medically, but I would say that the kidney issues are probably coming from dehydration, probably coming from multiple things, but I wouldn't say that keto's doing it or high protein is. Teresa, how are you doing? RESA treasure. Teresa's treasure. Let's see what she said here. Your LDL was fine before keto. I don't believe, unless you're, I don't want to give you medical advice because I'm not a doctor, but I'm just telling you that statin is literally putting poison. I'm a heart patient and they tell me I should take a statin for preventative, but because I know what's in a statin, I choose to just handle by correcting my lifestyle choices and not putting chemicals in my body. Shari, fasting works for me, but I came to ketovore because of menopause. I pay no attention HDL to triglyceride. Right. I agree with you, especially if you're doing pretty close to carnivore. So how are you having a lot of success on that? Doing ketovore, and what do you keep your total carbs at? Or do you just basically stick to meats? I'm coming up. I gotta stop singing. I'm gonna catch a copyright. Can you believe that my 4th of July can you believe my 4th of July flowers still look this pretty? I bought these 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago, I bought these flowers. And they're still. Sally Jane, hi from England. Woo! Sorry. I hope I didn't lose you guys. Why won't that stay? Christina Fox, hello, how are you? Sally Jane. And that was Christina Fox. Hello, Miss Christina. How are you today? What was your goal? You got to share that part. I don't even know if I remember what my first goal was. I don't even remember. Oh, Wonderland. Yay! That is an awesome feeling. I do remember the first time I hit 199 point something. I was like over the top. Good job. Great job. Many find it restrictive. I feel so great. You know what? Actually, a long time ago in a land far away, I actually did carnivore for 3 months, and then I did a reintroduction. So I stayed carnivore for 3 months and then slowly started adding foods back to see what was hanging me up. And I actually have discovered that it's dairy. I can't have a lot of dairy. Victoria, how are you today? Definitely won't be taking. Yeah. You actually like ketovore. It helps you control your meals better 2 or 3 days a week. Yeah. I mean, some people say they can do it without. I personally love vegetables, so like that's my biggest problem is I love broccoli and I love Brussels sprouts and I love spinach. Like I mean, I love salads and you name it. So, but I keep mine at 20 carbs or less. So guys, we're at 41 minutes. I have so many of you on here. Is there any questions that you have for me? Anything that you want to discuss? I mean, I can't get into the medical side. I could go back and forth with medical hypothesis and what I think, but I think that that puts me in a dangerous place as far as if there's someone new to keto. The advice that I would give somebody at 6 months on keto would be much different than the advice I'd give to somebody on their first day of keto. You know what I'm saying? The focus is going to be a lot different. So I really worry. And then the controversial stuff, I say do what makes you feel good and works for you, right? But if you're not losing weight, if you're having a hard time controlling the cravings and you're caving and you're constantly slipping up and backsliding, if you are still having issues with ketones, with blood sugar, then I'm just always going to recommend that you get End Your Carb Confusion by Dr. Westman and Amy Berger. It changed my life. I was already keto for a couple of years before I discovered Amy Berger and of course Dr. Westman and Adapt, and it has changed my journey profoundly. I am now down 10 pounds since I started their program in November. I'm down 10 pounds. I'm down 6 pounds from my very lowest weight ever before I found them. And I'm just in a better place. I'm not tracking macros. The only thing I do is keep a mental count in my head of my carbohydrates. That's all I count. That's all I count. I'm not trying to make some fat goal, and I'm not trying to make sure that I'm eating all of this. I have a list of foods that I'm allowed to have on that fridge, and I'm happy with that list. You don't like tracking, counting carnivores giving me. Yeah, that was one of the things I did like about doing carnivore is the fact that, yeah, I didn't have to track anything because I wasn't eating any carbs. You changed your doctor after I told him was doing keto. He told me that it was dangerous. He told me to pay to do his weight loss. Yeah. Yep. It kills me. I'm going to insert my personal opinion here, and I'm not trying to judge anyone. But you have all these people that for the first time in my life, I've actually seen people go to extremes, or what I would consider extremes for their health with the bug. You know what I'm saying? I can't say its name. There are people, gloves, wipes, sanitizer, they're taking their clothes. I've literally met people taking their clothes off before they go in their house and throwing them directly into the wash because they're so afraid. But you see these people at the grocery cart that look like a beekeeper, that they got the helmet on, they got the big mask, they got a mask under that, they've got gloves, they've got their jacket, they got their hair tied back, and a package of Hostess Twinkies in the cart. I'm like, those Twinkies and the amount of sugar in them is more dangerous I'm not saying that. I'm just saying it's just been weird. Let's have a conversation while everybody's concerned about their health and their well-being and their safety. Let's have a conversation about diabetes being an epidemic, about childhood obesity being at an all-time high. Let's have those conversations, Victoria, was there something you have done that finally broke through when you were having some issues, or did you just stick with the protocol and it started losing again? Okay, actually, Victoria, thank you for asking that. I stuck to the list. That is my everything right now. I stick to that list, but I did a couple other things. Number one, up until about a week ago, I cut dairy completely out of my diet. I know that some dairy gives me problems. I know that too much dairy of any kind gives me problems. For example, if I have a splash of cream in my coffee in the morning, no problem. If I have a splash of cream of coffee and sprinkle some cheese in my scrambled eggs, maybe. If I have the cream and I sprinkle the cheese on my eggs and then I have some shredded cheese in a salad or some sour cream or some, non-fat yogurt, that's a problem. So I've also cut out all snacking. I am so freaking proud. What is today? Today is the 11th. So 11 and 24 is 35. 35 days without a sweet, not one sweet, no sweets. 35 days, I have not snacked between meals. You know what I have found? That I have fallen back to my 16-8 or 18-6 eating. I'm intermittent fasting without meaning to. Since I have stopped snacking, since I've cut out the dairy, other than I allowed myself an ounce of real Swiss cheese today. And I'm kind of making mental notes when my weight goes up, my weight goes down, or if I notice any joint pain, inflammation, things like that, any rashes I can't explain, to see if there's maybe an allergy. I just need to break down and take an allergy test and see if I'm allergic to milk. I need to. But I've actually fallen back into intermittent fasting unintentionally. But if I wake up at 7 o'clock in the morning and I'm hungry, I'm going to eat. I don't care what time it is. But that list, I stick to the list, no snacking in between meals and no sweets. And because the sweets, I had to cut out the sweets because of the binging, the backsliding. But that's what's changed it. And in 1 month, 35 days, I have come down 11.5 pounds. That's being strict. That's following protocol. No snacking, no sweets, no treats, minimizing my prepackaged foods. And I'm very proud of myself. But my goal is 100 days. 100 days of doing this. You had to change doctors as well. Yes. That was a good question, huh? Christina, do I have an email or an Instagram? Yeah. If you go on my channel to any of my recorded videos, in the description, I have my email address there, but it's, you can go find it in any of my recorded videos. It's my old maiden name and my first name, and it's a long email, so I have a link in there. Amy Burgers, the stall slayer is great. Explains that a stall, yes. Yeah, when someone, I gotta tell you, I've been doing this long enough that if somebody comes to me, and I have two ladies that'll speak the truth. I have what I call an accountability buddy, right? It's not like a coach, because these ladies They've taken the master class. They know what they're doing. They know what they're supposed to eat, what they're not supposed to eat. I don't have to coach them on that. But both of these ladies had kind of stuck and needed a little bit of accountability. And I listened to what they said and what they were eating, and I was able to pick up and help them get back on track, even though they're already doing an amazing job. And I think one of my ladies, I think she's down 6.5 pounds just in the month and a half that we've been doing this accountability. I give them homework. They call me up and we talk about where they're struggling, where they feel really good about. I give them little tasks that they need to do throughout the week, and advise them on things that I would watch for. And and it's just kind of one of those back and forth. It's a nice way to bounce something off somebody, and get some really good sound advice and a second pair of ears listening. Nadine, how are you? You should see what they feed kids in school. Look, I know. I used to be a foster mom, right? And my husband's stepdaughter makes the 9th child that I have raised, or helped raise. I'm sorry, I didn't raise them all by myself. And I can tell you, they eat just crap. That was actually one of the really hard things about being on keto. When Elizabeth, I'm not talking bad about her. I love Elizabeth. I'm not bashing her. But when she lived here, there was always snack cookies, there was ice cream, there was always some kind of chocolate milk, something sweet being consumed. And it was really, really hard when I first started keto. Am I Jewish? You know what? That's a good question. Hi, Marlon. How are you? So, my dad did this whole lineage that I thought took me back to Germany, but I had the what do you call it, where they genetic testing, where they back a few years ago, and my sister had it done too, and both of ours came up almost identical. It says that I'm European, so I don't know. I'm not sure. Thank you, Liz, for taking care of that comment. I don't know what that was. Cutting out keto snacks was a plus. Yes, Christina. You know what? I'm going to preach from the top of the mountain, right? You won't crave what you don't eat. Let me say that again and slow it down. You will not crave what you do not eat. And not right away. Look, when I went back to strict, and I reset and I set a goal of 100 perfect days of keto, I knew that that's what I needed. I knew I needed to get far enough away from that mess up where I backslid. I needed to be long enough, strong enough, committed enough, and far enough away from that I could feel confident having a snack. Right now, I don't feel that confident, guys. I don't. If I were to make me confession time tonight, I'm here by myself. I've been busy all day. I'm tired, which is something I have to look out for. I'm tired. And I bought some cream cheese because I have some smoked salmon in there. And I love to take smoked salmon and put the whipped cream cheese on it and roll it up. And oh my gosh, love, love, love. It's like lox, But anyway, I love eating salmon that way. So I found myself getting ready to go to the refrigerator because I was going to make myself a fat bomb. I make really great fat bombs. But I was going to make myself a fat bomb. I'm like, nope, 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 nope. You're on day 35. You are going to keep going. And a lot of people will look at this and they'll think, you're depriving yourself. You don't understand. I am not the girl that takes one little square of chocolate and walks away and doesn't think about it again. If I eat one square of chocolate, that chocolate bar sits in my refrigerator. As long as that chocolate bar is in my refrigerator, I'm not exaggerating. While I am awake and conscious, I will think about that stupid chocolate bar until it's completely gone. And today I might feel strong. Today might be a great day. Today I might feel really super excited, happy, meaningful. I am in the Word. I am on life. But tomorrow I might get a call from somebody who upsets me, makes me nervous, makes me cry. I may bounce a check. Excuse me, I'm old. Okay, I may overdraw my account. I don't even write checks anymore. But something may happen that causes panic, nervousness, and I might not be okay then. And that's when I eat the whole chocolate bar. And then it's not that right then, because right then the addict in my brain says, oh, it's okay. You've been so good, girl. You got 35 days. You've hit a new low. You've been rocking this. Don't you dare apologize for that chocolate bar. But guess what? Later on that night, when I'm sitting there thinking about it, I'm like, man, why did I do that? And then here comes the fight. Why did you do that? You're so stupid. How did you mess up? Oh my gosh. And so do you see, it's not just the square of chocolate bar. It's the fact that I can't put the chocolate bar in the house. I could take one square and throw it away. Throw it away. That's my only option for sweets. I have had to come to the realization, and I have had to grieve and know that if I want to lose weight, if I still have fat to lose, if I still have a goal I want to reach, sweets are not part of it. That doesn't mean that when I reach my set point, or when I reach where I'm just like, okay guys, I'm done losing weight, I'm officially going into maintenance. That doesn't mean that I'm not going to very strategically try to add things back. But as soon as the binges come back, as soon as the sweet cravings come back that I don't feel like I can control, or I feel like I'm being deprived, I gotta stop. I gotta stop. And I may be looking at living a life where I don't have any sweets. And to some people, they're like, not even a keto sweet? Not even a sugar-free Jell-O? That may be my life, because that sugar-free Jell-O doesn't stop at a sugar-free Jell-O. That sugar-free Jell-O becomes the entire 6-pack of sugar-free Jell-O, and now I want Cool Whip to go on it. It doesn't stop at the one Jell-O. So I don't know that I'll ever be the YouTuber that can stand here and say, I beat binge eating. I think I'm always going to be a recovering binge eater, a recovering addict. I mean, that's just me. But that was a good question. Sorry it took so long. Shanta, the hula hoop. I was doing the hula, and I'm still doing it because I committed to 30 days, but it's not what I thought it was going to be. It's not what I thought it was going to be. It's doing more work in my legs than it is my hips and my waist. Michael, hi Michael, how are you? CHAELC in the house, okay. Wondering if you have tips on IBS. You can't eat grilled cheese sandwiches. So is it the cheese that's flaring up the IBS, or is it the bread? Is it possible that he has some kind of celiac disease? Or is it possible that he could have a lactose intolerance? Or is it possible that he has a yeast or a wheat allergy? I personally would take him to a pediatrician, or you can actually order one online. It's a food allergy. Give him the food allergy thing. They have a test where you literally take the test. I mean, yes, it's like $100, but you literally give him this test and it'll come back and tell him what foods he's sensitive to. I mean, I've taken the DNA part of the food and nutrition test and it was super accurate. Marion. Thank you again, Liz. Victoria, thank you. Okay, sure. You turned me onto keto ratio yogurt and now it's sweet, the only sweet. Yeah, you know what? I don't know if, I think the ratio yogurt was fine with me, but because once again, it's sweet, it made me want more sweets. And then one a day became something I was looking forward to. And then it became well, I had that sweet today and now I want this sweet. It just, I actually hate it. There's blood in your urine. Does that mean I shouldn't be, wait, what? There's blood. I think you probably need to see a doctor if there's blood in your urine. It could be something big. It might be something as small as a urinary tract infection. I don't think that being allergic to milk would create blood in your urine, but that's just, I'm not a doctor. Let's see. I'm gonna remove this person. I removed that person. Liz, thank you. Liz, everybody say hi to Liz. Liz is in the background being my moderator, keeping people from coming in here and saying ugly things. I drive a Kia. No, I don't drive a Kia. I drive a Hyundai. Okay. Hi, Debbie. No, Debbie, you got your name on the board, but I'm actually keeping this open, Debbie. I'm going to do a subscriber appreciation little giveaway. So next week I'll be announcing who the winner is. And I don't know what the prize is yet, but I'm going to do a subscriber appreciation because we hit 3,000 subscribers. You'll find it. I want to propose an idea. Okay. All right. I'm sorry, Marion. I'm not sure what's going on here, but it's really not appropriate. I'm sorry that you only pee in jugs. I don't even know what to say to that. Lynn McFarlane, how are you? I have not seen you in a while. For whatever reason, it won't let me click on them and block them. It won't let me do that. I mean, right now, I guess it's not too bad, but okay. Yeah, I'm not really worried about it. I actually have 2 haters of the channel. I recently had to block somebody else, a fake. I've had a lot lately, and it could just be because my channel is growing. So the more visible my channel becomes, unfortunately, the more people that are going to come in. And when I can, I just block them. I'm not going to play with them. I'm not going to entertain them. I'm just going to block them. All right, Victoria. Yes, it's so true. When you constantly stay off sweets, you do not. Yes, but you have to get far enough away from the sweets to stop craving them. 1 cookie and I want the whole bag. You and I are spirit twins. We are. All right, cockroach. Am I an imposter? Nope. I am the real deal. Carb addiction is a real thing. Yes. I always crave ratio yogurt my night for gut health. What do you think? Well, I look at it like this. Are you able to lose weight eating one every day? Is it Is it causing you mental anguish? You know what I'm saying? Like, I think you have to break things down like this. Okay, is what I'm doing working? Everything I'm doing, is it working for me to successfully and healthily achieve my goals? If it's like, well, yeah, it seems to be working, but my weight has really slowed down, then you get the first place I'm going to tell you to look is carb creep. That extra spoonful, the licking the spatula, that, they all add up. You stop measuring your ketchup, you stop measuring things like that, and next thing you know, you're actually eating a lot more carbs than you think you are. If you've got the carb thing under control and that's not your issue, then it is possible that dairy or the overabundance of certain sweeteners can cause an insulin response in some people, so it is a possibility that you could have something like that going on. But, ask yourself, am I good with what I'm doing? Is what I'm doing going to help me get to my goals in a healthy way where mentally I'm good and physically I'm good? And if the answer is no, then try to figure out the best way you can what you need to change. Me either. One little bite and I'm off to the races. Yes, binge eating is horrible. Ratio yogurt's only 2 carbs. It's really good. Oh, thank you, Debbie. Thank you. You know what? Let me see. It will no longer let me click on anything. I'm not sure what's happening. Yes, if anything that you're eating, if it causes you to stumble, you need to stop. Oh, hi, Jackie. How are you doing, Miss Jackie? You are now in my subscriber appreciation video. I'll be drawing a winner next week from the people who are participating and anyone who comments in here over the next day. Did I click off the X? I'm sorry. Did you click off the X on the top right and hit thumbs up there too? Oh, okay. I thought you were talking to me. Okay, maybe if you're at the beginning of your journey, you can allow a few more treats, not only 20. Okay, so I believe that if somebody came to me and said, Melanie, I want to go on keto, I just don't know if I can handle it. You know where I'm going to take them first? I'm going to take them to a South Beach. I'm going to take them to an Atkins kind of thing. I'm going to let them use the almond flour, and I'm going to let them, I'm going to, they can do all of the internet keto and all of the keto treats and stuff. But at some point, we all know, especially you get within 10, 15 pounds of your goal weight, we know that things start slowing down, and that's when we have to kind of tighten up the reins. But there are people that can do dirty keto. They do dirty, lazy keto. They fast food, junk food, prepackaged food, and they are hugely successful. They reach their weight loss goals. They're healthy. Maybe they didn't need keto in the first place, but there are some of us that no matter how strict, no matter, you know what I'm saying? It's like I went from internet keto to, internet keto without so many snacks. Internet keto tracking carbs. Internet keto total carbs, not net carbs. Internet keto, lower fat, higher protein, track carbs. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I started with this big world of keto, and now my world is like, if I stick to everything in this bubble. So yeah, I just think it depends. Oh, thank you, Tracy Lee. How are you doing today? I'm writing down everybody's name who's participating in the live, and I'll be writing down people's comments after the video's over, and we'll do a drawing for a prize. I haven't picked out the prize yet. Tennessee Keto Mama. You guys, anytime you see a keto YouTuber come on here, Janet Greta is a wonderful keto channel, and then Tennessee Keto that just came in. She also has a channel, so please go check her out. Okay, hold on a second. That a troll? Someone deleted that person. I think so. I think so. Everybody says hi. Oh, hello. Yes, thank you, Miss Liz. Yes. You know what? I've been doing this for how long? I really think that after the cruise, I think that big things are coming for my channel. I have a feeling that if I stay on the path that I'm on, and I just have a feeling that big things, but you know what? I give it to God. I let him do, you know what? You gave me the gift of public speaking. You gave me the gift of personality to be able to talk to people and engage people in conversation. I have so many wonderful gifts that he gives me, and I just want him to use me, you know, and if that's to inspire people, if sharing my story helps people feel less alone, then it's all good. It's all for the glory of God, right? So I have a feeling that this cruise, this speaking engagement is going to really move things on my channel, because you guys, I have over 1,000 videos. I have been doing this on YouTube for almost 5 years now, and finally starting to take off. How do you handle those? Oh, this is a good question, Nadine. How do you handle those on non-keto, eating lots of yummy food around? I mean, it's everywhere. I honestly, when I first started, I have a drawer. I'm going to show you. I'm going to actually show you. I have a drawer in my house that is just mine, no one else's. Now that it's just me and my husband, I have 2 drawers. I could have the whole fridge if I wanted. All right. See down here? This is my drawer. I have pepperoni, bacon bits, eggs, hot dogs. I have lunch meats. This stuff over here is, of course, my husband's. All of this stuff over here. But I have sausage, stuff to make breakfast with, cream cheese, right? And then I have this drawer, which is all of my sodas and drinks and everything else. See, I live in a house where there's constantly fruit in here. I buy fruit for my husband. I do most of the grocery shopping. I keep fruit in the house. I just have been doing this long enough that I just don't want it. And then I have a shelf. Everything on this shelf right here is keto, and no one else's stuff is allowed to be there. That way I'm not touching it. I'm going right past it. I know exactly where my stuff is. I go there, I grab it. There's no time to think about, ooh, look at that. Oh my gosh, he bought a new chip. Oh, wow, that snack looks good. But that's my advice. Have a drawer or have a shelf on the fridge that's exclusively yours, right? Buy yourself treats that make you feel like you're not missing out. So if your family has pizza night, then do a chaffle with pizza. You know what I'm saying? Pull the toppings off. You know, if it's one night a week that you're pulling a topping off 3 or 4 slices of pizza and that is your dinner, it's not going to kill you, right? But that's how. I just keep my stuff in one place. I'm not digging around. I'm not moving all of the goodies, trying to get to my stuff. My stuff is right there. I hope that helps. Justin. Hey, Justin Hall. How are you doing? Rhonda. Hey, Rhonda. Finally caught your live going on low carb cruise. I get to meet you in person. I have so many people that are going. I have subscribers going, and I'm so excited. So the night before the cruise, we're going to be in the Orlando hotel. They're actually, I talked to the cruise people, they're actually going to reserve a table. So any of my subscribers that sign up to go on the cruise, they can sit at the table with me. But if not, if you want to sit with Nurse Cindy or Dr. Barry or Two Crazy Ketos, you do your thing. I'm not going to be jealous. But I so far think I have 3 subscribers that are going. Shanta, have you heard about a person blood type can be a reason they don't drop weight? So yeah, yes, I've actually done some research into this because I have O negative blood, which is supposed to be prehistoric blood, right? It's supposed to be one of the oldest bloodlines. And I did a weight loss test, DNA, and it told me that with my blood type that I would do better on a paleo, eating more of a caveman type diet for O negative blood. So there's actually a book out there called Eating for Your Blood Type, but I wouldn't put too much focus and emphasis in it because I haven't looked at any of the studies to see where they got this information. Yes, it's about changing blood markers. Absolutely. You are 100% correct. Debbie, you are the same way. You got to use me. Thank you. I'm blessed to have you here, Miss Debbie. YouTube suggested my channel. Thank you for letting me know that, Michelle. Gosh, that's great. Your blood markers have improved spectacularly. Now I have to lose weight and get my waist smaller. That is a good goal. You know what I'm saying? That is a really super good goal. That was one of the things when my waistline measured the same as my hips. I'm like, I've got it. This is too much. You know what I'm saying? I was like a round ball. Oh, Victoria. Okay, so in May of 2022, Low Carb Cruise Line is doing a keto cruise out of Florida. It's a 7-day cruise on Royal Caribbean, and I'm going to be one of the speakers. They've asked me to speak, so it's going to be Dr. Barry, it's going to be Two Crazy Ketos, Nurse Cindy. I saw another couple is going to be there. I don't really know who this couple is. Dr. Seaways, he's going to be there. So there's going to be a lot of big keto speakers there. It's called a keto cruise. Oh, negative. You. Michelle, you've got your husband. That's all I cook. He loves the weight loss. Yeah. My husband can do low carb. Like as long as I keep him at 50 carbs or less, he'll drop weight. Like he lost, what was it, 50 pounds in 3.5 months? Oh, Tracy, good job walking on your YouTube. I hope all that go on the cruise have a great time. Can't wait to hear how much. Yeah, I'm gonna have to bring another phone. I'm gonna have to record because I want to record all of the speakers. You're so close with 10 more pounds to lose. Just, enjoy it. I try to tell myself it didn't bother me when I gained the 10 pounds. You know what I'm saying? Year after year when the scale just kind of creeped up and I just kind of ignored it. So I can't be really mad when I'm guys, look, I know that I don't have the perfect body. I still have some fat on me, but I really only want to lose about 15 more pounds and then I'm done. I'm done losing weight. Like I happen to think full figured. I happen to think that's very attractive. That's just what I find attractive. I've always been a full figured woman. I've always had big hips, wide butt, big chunky thighs, and I don't think skinny looks really good on me anyway because my face is starting to get super thin, cheekbones are popping out, so. Watch Autumn Keto. Oh, yes, yes. Autumn Keto is going. She's actually where I found out about ZipFizz. Okay. Well, guys, I've been on here for an hour and a half, and my husband is not going to be back till very late tonight, so I have to take care of the dogs. I have to get them out there and get some exercise, or they will have me up all night long, just like little kids. So I want to thank all of you for joining in, and keep your eyes peeled. The first place you're going to look is I will announce when I'm going to draw a winner on my community tab. So if you go to my YouTube page where my page is and you go to community, I'm going to post you. If you ring the notification bell, you'll get a notification when I announce it. You have to be subscribed to the channel to be eligible to win. But everyone who participated, who is part of the channel, will be entered into a drawing. I may do 3 prizes. I may do 2 prizes. I don't know what that's going to be yet, but I will figure it out and let you guys know and give you a date of when we're going to draw a winner. This also goes for those of you who have watched this on replay. Comment below. Your participation gets you a entry into the drawing. I want to thank all of you guys for joining me tonight. Thank you very much. You made it 62. Oh, great job, Tracy. Time for you to take the walk. Yes. So I'm happy you found me live. Hello, MJ. Oh, the community page doesn't work on. It's probably going to be next Saturday. Next Saturday I'll do a live. But I'll actually put it in the title of the video. I'll put drawing a contest winner. So when you see that. You too have a successful week. Everybody, thank you so much. Tomorrow I got a dentist appointment. But I don't know what else is going on. Thank you, Liz. Thank you for being my moderator. It wouldn't let me make anyone else a moderator, but I'll make sure that I get some more people in next time. I appreciate everything you did tonight for helping with the trolls. Good night, Debbie. Good night, MJ. Bye. Bye. And maybe you'll win the contest. I'll see you guys tomorrow with another daily vlog. Good night. Sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite.